Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Two Men in a Truck.
If you've not checked the savings at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, by all means check out this week's ad for further markdowns all over this store. Examples, crepe myrtles in white or pink, now just $4.99. Big number 7 size crepe myrtles, including those exotic colors, not $169. Just $99.99 as long as they last. And do they have roses? A new selection of Easy Care, Knockout, and Drift roses starting as low as $19.99. And listen, if you need to fill in your shrubbery garden, Bob Wines is having a mix or match, buy one, get one free event that you shouldn't miss. Now go ahead, check out this week's ad at bobwinescameliagardens.net. Then hurry on over to this 5-acre garden superstore on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. They're open daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place for going on 70 years.
It's rodeo time in Ocala. The 39th annual Ocala Shrine Rodeo returns to the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion September 3rd and 4th, 7:30 nightly. Witness the superstars of the PRCA as cowboys ride to help children walk. For tickets and information, check out OcalaShrineRodeo.com for broncs, bulls, and babes. The Ocala Shrine Pro Rodeo, September 3rd and 4th, 7:30 nightly.
Am I supposed to make up a name? The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
So, you know, it's just whatever college now brings the most money to the licensing agreement wins. And again, this community ties perfectly in. Because now they don't have to follow the recruiting rules, right? They can recruit whenever they want. And by the way, that's probably what it's in today's social media, how coaches get dinged for sending a text to a kid because his mother died, right? It's that sort of thing.
Sending condolences to a kid to get you a minor infraction or something.
Well, it depends, right? Depends on the NCAA, because their discipline just seems to be so random. You know, they give one team the death penalty, and there's allegations of a massive cheating scandal at UNC, and they're like, it's fine, it should be fine. Oh wait, one
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new
Yep,
truck.
we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less.
To play college athletics. Trust me. And then all they do is they set up this clearinghouse where you enter your own information manually. It's not verified in any way, shape, or form, and so that college coaches can recruit you. And then after that, they just make sure that you're following the protocol, and they do spot checks.
And the clearinghouse is a joke.
And they do nothing else but rake money.
And the
clearinghouse, all of these bowl games.
The clearinghouse is a joke because, like you said, there's nobody verifying. There's nobody verifying it. Then the kid gets to school. Then his transcripts show up. Somebody in a registrar's office goes, "Oh, hey, how'd this kid get in here?" Well, he cleared the clearinghouse. Well, I don't know how he cleared the clearinghouse because he's got a 1.7. He failed his last two classes of his senior year. They gave him a diploma because he showed up.
Well, and again, that's why colleges are now saying you're going to apply. Right? I don't care if you got a clearinghouse check mark. They're gonna do that. Now the NCAA will say, well, we can't do that until their final transcript, and then it's up to the athlete to provide that final transcript. Right? That's the excuse they'll tell you. But it's all just a shell game, and you have to pay $60. There were certain tournaments we played in where you had to be, every player had to be in the NCAA clearinghouse. And again, it's nothing more than a kickback from the tournament organizer to the NCAA, and it comes back in the form of sponsorship. That way coaches can attend and all this other crap. It's a game. It's not more than a shell game. And who loses in all of this are the parents and the student athletes who are honestly, they're trying to change their lives by going to college.
Yep.
Right? I see it every day. That's what they want to do, and they make it so confusing. Well, and the NCAA could really do some good. They could go in and say, look, we really want to help you with the financial side. Because I'm a pretty smart guy. My wife has 3 degrees, right? She's got a master's in science. I have a degree from the very, very well-known and very well-held Flagler College. And I took 1 math class. But the financial side of college is incredibly difficult to understand.
100%.
Because there's so many moving parts. And I think they intentionally make it a little confusing. And my son's on a full scholarship, right, between Bright Futures and the money Florida State gives them. And there's still things that I'm like, well, am I supposed to pay for this? And then he has this other account that he can draw from.
Yep.
There could be a penalty if he draws from, and he may have to pay taxes on it. I still don't know if I'm supposed to pay taxes.
Well, I tell you what I don't know.
I have no idea.
I tell you what I don't know is how long we'll stay on the radio if we don't go to break and pay some bills. We'll be right back after this short time out. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. 8:20 on a Friday. First Friday. No, next Friday, Galen. Next Friday is Friday the 13th. Any month that starts on a Sunday, you're going to have a Friday the 13th.
Oh, there you go.
Not suspicious or anything. I will tell you today, though, August 6th, guess what today is? International Beer Day. So,
nice. I'll make sure I help that cause tonight.
Think I'll go have a Guinness just for that reason. Maybe a harp, a bass, something like that. Hey, Galen, you mentioned that D3 schools and all are starting with the getting money, being able to trade on their likeness and stuff. I talked to the voice of the Georgia Southern Eagles, Terry Harvin, yesterday. Keystone Heights' own Terry Harvin, who I played football with. He was a punter when I was at Georgia Southern. He is now the play-by-play. And I was talking to him. One of the prominent Chevrolet dealership in town, I won't tell you the name of it, it's a prominent Chevrolet dealership in Statesboro, inked the Georgia Southern quarterback $30,000 deal.
Done. Now, who loses in that?
Nobody.
This is, again, honest question.
Nobody.
Who loses in that?
Nobody. And I'll tell you why. Because now the quarterback's taking the offensive line.
In any way, shape, or form.
No. He's good. Here's what he's going to do. I think Terry said he's got to shoot. I think he's got to shoot 10 commercials. He's got to shoot 10 commercials over the year.
By the way, you know how happy that makes him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now the offensive linemen are going. He's taking the offensive linemen to Golden Corral. They're having a good time.
But that's my whole point in this, and this is the way I felt from the beginning. Well, there's not doing anything that any other college student has the right to do. If my son could go and ink a television commercial, he could, right? He could. But if he played a sport, he could not. It made no sense to me. I own my likeness. Done.
You're you. You own you. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but the NCAA for 100 and whatever years said you don't own it. Again, I'm not. You know my feelings on the NCAA, but
I only know of one. I only know of one institution that you and I dislike less than the NCAA, and that's the FHSAA.
There's probably a few.
Well, I don't know the FHSAA.
Yeah.
They're right there.
Yeah, they're pretty terrible. They're pretty terrible.
Speaking
Again,
of,
I don't know what real value they have either. I want to be very clear
speaking
about
of the
that.
FHSAA, they do oversee the radio and video broadcast of high school football throughout the year. Which brings me to
Not true.
The playoffs.
There you go. That's correct.
But
That's when they put their hand in the cookie jar.
Right. That just leads me to ask, will Galen Unal be reprising his role this year as play-by-play for high school football on WOCA?
Yeah, I think so. There's a couple of hiccups I have to solve. One, I need to know what your schedule is because I'm going to have to find because John can only do like 2 or 3 games this year. There's a couple of games where I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do. So the schedule is very, very friendly. There's a lot of home games. So I do need another play-by-play guy to replace me for a couple of games, and then I need to know what the schedule is from one Tom Schmitz so I can figure out the color side of things.
You know, it's my likeness, my money. There's a bidding war going on right now for my services for high school football. I'm just telling you. So if you want to get in a bidding war, you're more than welcome.
Is there somebody else in town doing it?
I've got an offer. I've got an offer at $10 a game right now.
I can't match that. You're not going to make more than me.
Oh well, then there you go. So I thought you'd at least come off $15. I see how you want to be. That's fine. You're keeping all the. So what are you saying? What are you like, Jethro Clampett? Not from not is not. Is that what you're telling me?
Correct. That's exactly right. I asked for a sales sheet from Joe. I haven't heard back.
You know how I know that's the answer? Because I tried for 5 years to make high school football profitable, and everybody thinks it's a great idea to have it on the radio, but nobody thinks it's a great idea to sponsor it.
Well, and it's crazy. There was a time my father made basically half of his income was from high school sports, whether it was covering all the Vanguard games or doing the football games every week. And when I go back and listen to their broadcast, there's 30, 35 different ads playing on it, and he got a lot of ratings for it too. So it's just not the same anymore. And again, we had fewer high schools. I think that matters. There was no real private school. OCA was not, or St. John's wasn't really taking a lot of talent or bringing away an audience or anything. So now you're getting, Trinity. By the way, Trinity Catholic this year is absolutely stacked. They have a real chance of making a very deep run in the playoffs. Made a pretty deep one last year. Their offensive line, believe it or not, may be better this year than last year. So they got 5 kids transferred from Westport.
Yeah, but you know what?
A really, really good group.
You know where they downgraded though. You know where they downgraded. Head coach.
Well, John. Well, John is John. And again,
I'll walk into Shuckers. By the way, I'll go to Shuckers tonight and tell him that I said bad. Yeah, I'll tell him I said bad things about him on the radio today.
There's first of all, he's won state titles.
Yes,
you can't take that away from him.
He coached the National High School Player of the Year.
Yes, he did. And he and I, we've never had an issue. He's always been pretty open to me. Once he figures out who I am, because every time I meet him, it takes him 5 or 10 minutes to figure out that he actually knows me. That's probably because he's at Shuckers, though. I love high school football. I did tell my wife, I said I haven't got those juices going yet because this is the first summer where I haven't been surrounded by a team, right? When you're surrounding yourself with players, you kind of get that going and you get excited for them and what they're trying to accomplish. I haven't got that yet, but it'll come. It'll come. So our first game will be with Jesuit against Westport at Westport. The second game of the season, which is going to be pretty exciting, is going to be Westport at Vanguard. The problem is I will be in Atlanta for DragonCon and won't make that. So that's for a game where I need some help on it. I know you're a former partner. Maybe he'll want to do that game for free.
We can always reach out to him. I like the idea of going to DragonCon though. I'm more of a DragonCon idealist in wanting to do play-by-play.
It's gonna be a mess this year. They're really limiting capacities, masks, all that. I don't know what it's gonna look like. I really don't. I have no idea if it's gonna be a mess like it usually is. A mess, or it won't be.
So you said the one thing I took from that conversation you were just having about John Brantley and all, and this is my fault, is the one you spoke, everything you spoke, I heard you say you got no brand recognition with John Brantley. He doesn't know who you are. You got no brand recognition. We got to get you some brand recognition.
It just takes a while.
We got to get you some brand recognition.
It's amazing.
People don't know who you are, Galen. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's right. I need to do more radio. I don't really care. And I always laugh. I'm like, hey, John, Galen, and he goes, hey, pause. I do radio, do play-by-play. I've known you for a pretty long time. My dad did radio. Oh, yeah. I got it.
As soon as you said dad, say, yes. As soon as you say dad.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, you were an MOP. I was like, yeah.
And I get like,
hey, what are you doing now? I get all the time.
Last year I went to 2 football games last year just to watch them, and I'm going to tell on the security at these games now, because both times right before the game I walked up and I said, hey, how you doing? And walked past the guy at the gate, walked on the field and everything. No credentials or anything, but I think that I look enough like I belong in a football setting that they were like, yeah, go ahead. You go. Obviously, you belong here. So, and you you on the other hand, they're like, look, pal, they're sitting in a soccer game. We're playing football here tonight. What are you trying to do?
Well, I carry, when I walk, I'm carrying like 2 bags of beer. And they're like, and I get there like an hour and a half before kickoff to set up.
Hey, let's take a time out.
A little bit of a mess.
Let's take a time out. We'll be right back. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Scriven reporting.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
Texas Democrat Representatives Julie Johnson and Jessica Gonzalez, after fleeing the state to block a quorum on voting integrity laws, are now vacationing in Portugal because they had non-refundable tickets. Former Florida Congressman and Texas Republican Chair Colonel Alan West tells Fox News it's hypocrisy once again.
When you think about hypocrisy, I remember during the winter storm and the blackout that we had, how the media from the left went absolutely apoplectic on Senator Ted Cruz when he decided to go to Cancun, but yet he was not involved in a special session. We have a special session here where they're supposed to be doing the business of the people of Texas, but instead they run away.
You're getting ready to move.
And now they take a vacation. They're still getting $221 per day. That's the per diem on the Texas taxpayer dole.
Football is back. The Steelers beat the Cowboys in the Hall of Fame game Thursday, 16-3. USA Radio News.
The reviews for Extendivite are amazing. Amazon customer. It's amazing. I just ordered my second bottle.